Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. Evil Noodle here. Thank you very kindly for joining us today. Today we are looking at the Medion Erazer X7851 gaming laptop. If you are thinking about getting this laptop, or you have it already and you want it to play games and stream with at the same time, I can assure you this is an excellent laptop for doing so. We're going to go through the settings that I use that work best for this laptop for streaming to. Hopefully they will do the exact same justice for yourself as well, because I get a nice crisp image and a nice smooth frame rate at the same time. If you haven't seen the very first two videos of this laptop that I have done, the first video is the unboxing. The second video is a more detailed look at this laptop. Feel free to watch those videos right now. You will find them in the top right hand corner, or if you watch through to the end of the video, they will be in the thumbnails there instead. So just a quick summary of this laptop. This is the Medion Erazer notebook gaming laptop, the X7851 model. It has the i7-7700 HQ processor with a GeForce GTX 1060 6GB graphics card and 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM. Okie doke. So once again, I've had this laptop for quite some time now, and it is absolutely fantastic for streaming and playing games at the same time. A lot of people will say to you, or you will read, don't get a laptop, it can't handle it, blah 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 blah. You'd have to run at reduced settings or it just won't work at all. I can assure you that is completely wrong, and I have no problem whatsoever streaming or recording from this laptop. So we're going to go through my settings with you today, and if you've got the same laptop as I have and the same internet speed that I have, which is 20 up and 80 download, should have said that the other way around, 80 download and 20 up, then you should be able to use the same settings that I do, and it will run crisp and smooth all the way through. First of all, I'm going to say I have changed all of my internet wires to category 7. Essentially, you have category 5. I think there's category 9 now, but 7 is pretty high up there. One of the best wires that you can get. The higher the number of category, the more data that can be transferred through that wire for streaming with. So I've upgraded all of mine to category 7. If you look at the wire, always hardwire your laptop when streaming. Don't do it from the Wi-Fi. It's always a better solid connection. Look at the wire that you're using. If it says category 5, upgrade it to category 7. It costs very little to do so if you look online, and it will help you out immensely. So let's go through the settings that I use, like so. Pop into the settings. Now I'm going to assume that you know how to use OBS or Streamlabs, so we won't go through all the settings that you should know already. Okay, so in output mode, in the settings tab, I use advanced, and then streaming, audio 1, encoder, I use my GPU to encode. Just to quickly simplify the encoder, if you are playing a game that is more demanding on your processor but less demanding on your graphics card, you want to use your graphics card to encode with. Now you will have two options, either software to X264, that's if you want to use your processor, if you have an Intel, or if you have a Nvidia graphics card, it will say NVEC. So if you're playing a game that is more demanding on your CPU but not your graphics card, encode with your graphics card. And if you're playing with a game that is more demanding on your processor, say like Battlegrounds, but less demanding on your graphics card, encode with your graphics card. But for me, I always just about encode with my graphics card. Sometimes I record in my CPU, but on this laptop it works pretty well. The graphics card seems to handle it encoding just nicely. It can stream as well using the CPU, but I prefer to use the graphics card. Under that, I have the box ticked for enforce streaming service encoder settings, and then rate control, CBR, bitrate. Now bitrate's the interesting one. If you have the same or rough internet download and upload, 80 down, 20 up, I use 9000. Essentially, the higher the number, the more demanding it is on your internet and computer, but the sharper the image that your viewers will see. The lower the number, start at about 3500. The easier for your computer to stream that would be, but the more pixelated the image would be. So depending on your internet speed, flick between different variations of bitrate until you finally get the sweet spot for your viewers and your computer. I started off at 3500. It was smooth running but very pixelated for the viewers. I jumped straight to 10,000. It was quite smooth running, very sharp and tidy on the image, but it was a bit jumpy in places on the stream. So I went down by 1,000, went to 9,000, and that is the sweet spot for this laptop with that connection speed. Stream is very smooth, and the image looks top notch. Keyframes 2, preset, default, profile, main, level, auto, select 2 pass encoding, tick that box. GPU 0, B frames, set that to 2. This is your recording. You should know how to use that. And the recording settings, I use the exact same as my streaming settings. Record using my GPU, rate control, CBR, bitrate 9000 again. Intervals 2, and they're all the same as my stream settings. Audio, now this doesn't really affect the stream, but it would do unless you want to talk anyway. Desktop I have set to default, desktop 2, disabled, don't need that. The microphone, the one that I've got plugged in, is there, so I've got that selected. I don't have 2 or 3 selected, they are disabled as I've only got 1 mic. Video, I have base canvas 1920 1080 and the output also at 1080. I downscale the downscale filter, I have to 32 samples, FPS, common value FPS, and the frames per second I set at 60 as well. That I believe is just about right. So advanced, general, normal. In the video section, I have MV12 for the color format, color space 709, and the color range set to full. That's about it, I do believe. If you want to quickly look at my volume levels, desktop I have set to 8.6, and the microphone I have set to 6.8. There is a couple of other things that you might not be sure on, which is if I do game capture. Now on Streamlabs, you will find I haven't got a game to play at the moment, so it's not in the drop down menu. But you'll find if you're on OBS Classic, this won't cause you a problem. But if you're using Streamlabs with this laptop, when you select the game that you want to play, that you have running, it will just show a blank box. To fix this, just simply click on SLI/crossfire capture mode. Tick that box and the image will appear. Don't be put off with it saying slow. It doesn't affect it whatsoever. It's down to the fact that laptops have two graphics cards, the Intel and in this case the Nvidia cards. But for some reason on OBS Classic you don't need to tick this box. I don't know why, but that's how it is. Also, one other thing that you might be unsure on this laptop, on Streamlabs, you can screen record without having to make any modifications. On OBS Classic, it will show a blank screen if you try to screen record. That's down to the fact that there are two graphics cards in this laptop. To get around that, if you want to use OBS to record your desktop, you need to go into your Nvidia control panel. Here it is, and somewhere in there, down here somewhere, you've got to change your default graphics card from your Nvidia card to your Intel card, as your Nvidia card will only work when you're playing a game. Hopefully that makes sense. That is about it. I think we have covered everything in this video. I say this is only for my best settings that I use to stream with at the internet levels that I have. So if you're looking at getting this laptop, I can assure you it is fantastic at gaming and streaming at the same time. Hopefully this video has helped you out. Any further questions, feel free to ask in the comments section down below. Feel free to check out the two previous videos as well, the unboxing of this laptop and a more detailed look at it. But that is it. If you did like the video, be so kind to click that thumbs up button. That would be fantastic. Share the video about, that'd be even better. And one step higher than that, subscribe and tick that bell icon for more lovely content. That is it. Until the next one, thank you very much and goodbye. Thank you.